All right, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, no matter where you are in the world. We want to welcome you to the e-estate agent accelerator for October 28th, guys. We're really excited about you guys being on here. We do these agent accelerators every other week, so you're getting an opportunity to really learn what it takes to take your e-estate business to the next level. We're going to be discussing the mindset that it takes. We're going to be discussing the skill set that it takes, and we're also going to be sharing with you the toolkit that you need in order to accelerate your success as an e-estate agent. So I hope you guys are excited and ready for this information. If you are and you can hear me loud and clear, can you go ahead and drop 777 in the chat for me? Drop 777 in the chat. Incredible, incredible, incredible. I'm glad that you guys are on here. I'm glad that you guys are going to experience some phenomenal success with e-estate because we are in straight up momentum mode, right? And I love being involved with opportunities that allow us to benefit from the momentum that they are creating. And that's exactly what we have our hands on right now, guys. This is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I do have to hit you with it. The disclaimer right up front. My name is Anthony DeLoath, and I am not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice, and nothing that is conveyed in this presentation should be considered as any type of financial advice. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give you all the information that you need to accelerate your success as a digital real estate agent. And I want to let you guys know that I've been able to achieve some success with this company. I've been able to help some other people achieve success in this company, and I've had success in this space before. So I want to try to impart as much information as I can to you to help you achieve the type of success that you desire as well. So, guys, I see we got some incredible leaders that are in the chat that are lighting it up. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate your appreciation. I appreciate you guys being in here on the call as well. So I'm gonna as a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can get some help here. So I'm gonna try to see if I can make a few co-hosts if you guys don't mind here. I'm gonna try to do that just to help out with the chat a little bit here. But I'm excited about you guys being on right now, right? And I'm excited about the things that we're gonna talk about. As you see on the screen, one of the things I'm gonna talk about is the 7 habits of highly successful e-estate agents. We're gonna talk to you about that. We're gonna give you that exact game plan. I'm actually going to upload this document into the agent document files as well. So you guys will have that because I want to make sure that you have all the things that you need to be successful. I've also created a lead tracker now that you can actually look at. And this lead tracker is going to allow you to operate more professionally in your business so you can track your leads and the people that you are talking to on a daily basis. All right. So we're going to talk about all of that. Well, of course, we're going to give you the mindset, the skill set, and the toolkit that you need to achieve the success that you desire. Now, I want to go over something else really quick here for us because I believe this is very important as well. What I want to talk about is, let me get it pulled up, is some of the success that e-estate has been able to achieve in the last 4 months. In 4 months, right, of this company being around, they have achieved some phenomenal things, and they posted this in the chat and in our VIP chat. So you guys probably have seen this, but I want to go over this information for anyone who hasn't dived into the information to see it all, right? So e-estate, 4 months of steady global growth. In just 4 months, e-estate has evolved from a powerful idea into a thriving international ecosystem where real estate tokenization is transforming how people invest, earn, and own, which is incredible here, right? Now, what have they accomplished in the 4 months? After 4 months, that they've grown to 4,500 plus total users, registered users on the platform, guys. This is incredible. We went from zero in June to now over 4,500 plus registered users. If you think that's incredible, drop a one in the chat for us. We've done some incredible growth here with eEstate. Here's another thing that I want to talk about here. Completed deals, over 2,800 completed real estate transactions since June, guys. This is amazing here. The next thing I want to talk about, the tokens purchased, over 1 1.6 million EST backed by real world assets. 1.6 million EST. Think about that, guys. It's powerful right there. Next thing, active agents, over 400 plus certified digital real estate agent professionals worldwide. Next thing, total payout, guys. We may already be at this number by now, but we're approaching $1 million distributed to investors. In 4 months, over almost $1 million distributed to investors. There's tokenized properties, 10 projects with a total issuance of 10,362,000 EST. 12.55% already sold. We have a fully sold out property, the Bali Villa, that's already been fully sold out on the platform. And this is only the beginning, guys. I want you guys to get this. This is only the beginning. E-Estate is taking everything step by step. E-Estate continues to expand, bringing tokenized real estate to every corner of the world, from luxury villas to apartments to major development projects, right? This is the future of real estate right here, and they're paving the way. And I hope you guys are excited about being a part of this, right? We got some incredible things. We just had a live event in Raleigh, North Carolina this past Saturday, and it was absolutely amazing. Can I tell you guys that in the room we had real estate investors with 50 plus real estate properties there, and guess what? They were totally excited about what we had. They saw this as a better way. I'm actually going to be doing a sit down with this real estate investor very soon, and that's going to be powerful, right? As soon as we get everything lined up, we're going to sit down, and they were excited about what we had our hands on, right? Here's the next thing, guys. I want to tell you guys here. We actually had other real estate agents in the building, right? So we had real estate agents in the building that were excited about this, and they were, during the presentation, they were commenting on different things of how this was a lot better and a lot different than traditional real estate, and they were actively pursuing this. I actually followed up with them in an email after the event. They got back with me. And guess what, guys? They're coming back to our event that's going to be on November 15th in Raleigh, North Carolina. So they're coming back on November 15th. And I've had so many people who've seen our videos, who've seen the different things that happened, or just heard about what happened this past Saturday. And they're actually coming back with guests for November 15th, guys. This is amazing that we do have this right now. So guys, look, if you didn't know, we do have an event coming up on November 15th here in Raleigh. If you are in the Raleigh, North Carolina area or close by, try to make your way down to it. It'll be well worth it. We're going to have an incredible time when we come to these live events. But here's what I want to tell you. These live events, they end up causing our revenue and our growth to jump as a company as a whole and within our organization. After these live events, we see phenomenal growth. As a matter of fact, can I tell you guys, we had that live event this weekend, and as our team, right, we saw close to $80,000 in volume this weekend. But I'm talking about Saturday and Sunday, we had close to $80,000 of volume in our organization just over the weekend. Man, let's give it up for E-Estate really quick, man. Y'all go ahead and drop some twos in the chat. Just let's give it up for E-Estate, man. This is amazing what we have going on. And that's why we're focusing on these live events, right? Because we want to make sure that we are able to facilitate this growth, right? We want to make sure that we're allowing you all to participate in this growth and that we're sharing this with as many people as possible. So I want to pull up, let me see if I can go ahead, and I'm going to also pull up that E-Estate event link so that you guys can get your tickets if you have it. If anybody has that already, because I dropped it in a couple of the chats, if anybody has it already, then please go ahead and drop it in the chat if you have it. But I'll try to pull it up so we could get that as well. But I want to tell you guys that, man, this thing is growing like wildfire right now. While I'm doing this, I want to tell you guys about our Miami event as well. So I want you guys to make sure that you're making plans to be in our at our Miami event as well, because we have our Miami summit that's coming up, which is absolutely phenomenal. It is going to be a phenomenal event where you guys are going to be able to see a lot of more information, right? How many people are coming to the Miami event? Drop some threes in the chat if you are coming to the Miami event, right? If you're coming to the Miami event, there you go. You see all the threes, all the people are going to be in attendance. Make sure you get your ticket before it sells out. Make sure you get your ticket before it sells out. I don't want anybody complaining and saying that they didn't know about it ahead of time. I want you guys to be in the building. Do not miss this phenomenal event where you're going to see more about e-estate. It is actually located at the same building. The event is going to be at the same building where our property in Miami is. So you guys are going to be there. There's going to be some people who are going to be able to get a tour of that property, take some pictures, do some content, different things like that. So that's going to be rolled out as well. So guys, don't want you all to miss it. Make sure you get your tickets and everything. All right. I just dropped the link in there for the actual Raleigh, the next Raleigh event, which is on November the 15th, right? So I dropped that in there. Lynn dropped that in there as well. So that's incredible. So you guys have that. I'm also going to drop the link for the Miami event in here as well, so that you guys will have that just in case you haven't gotten your Miami ticket yet, that you can get it before those tickets are actually sold out. So I'm going to drop that in there as well. So guys, we got those links in there for you so you guys can attend these events that we have coming up and everything. But now I want to go ahead and jump right into the information so we can cover everything that we need to today. And right now we're going to cover the 7 habits of highly successful e-estate agents. So let's go over these really quick. Make sure you're taking notes, but this document is going to be uploaded to our agent files, right? So you will have this document in your agent files as well anytime that you actually need to access it, right? All right. So we're talking about the 7 habits of highly successful e-estate agents. Now, here's the first habit that I am going to cover. Habit number 1 is to lead with vision and purpose. Anytime that you guys see me talking about e-estate, anytime that you see me doing the presentation, or anytime that I'm having conversations with agents or with people who are ready to participate, I always lead with vision and purpose. So here's what I have on this document here. Successful agents don't just sell property, they sell possibility. I want y'all to get this right here. They don't just sell property, they sell possibility, right? How many of you all do that, or you feel like you could do better with that, right? If that's you, drop a 4 in the chat. How many of you all do that or feel like you could do better with that, right? Don't just sell property. A lot of times we can get into the fact of just selling the property. Hey, these are the properties that I have right here. But I want you guys to talk about the possibility. I want you to talk about those things. Talk about the possibility being that we now have the opportunity to buy fractional shares of top tier properties around the globe and earn passive income, right? This isn't about crypto or about hype. It's about democratizing global real estate ownership. This is about that $16 trillion market shift. There's not many conversations that I go into that I don't talk about that, right? I'm typically talking about this market shift, right? This is incredible. This is incredible right here that we're sharing this and we're sharing this ownership that people now can do this. This is a wave of wealth that's being created. That's why you hear me in all the chats. I'm always like, welcome to the new wave of wealth. I'm talking about the new wave of wealth because now people have the opportunity to own real estate and earn passive income with top tier properties that never had the opportunity to do that before, right? Now, you got to be totally sold out on the vision because people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. Right? Now, when I tell people all the time, my mission is this helps me with my mission. This isn't just my mission. I want to clarify that, right? So I want to, a lot of people are like, oh, e-estate is your mission. E-estate is your vision. No, I have a mission and a vision for my life and for what I do. And e-estate plays a great part in that. It helps me with my mission and my vision, right? So my mission, and I told this, I explained this on a training before, but here's mine, right? I did this weekend as well. My mission is to positively impact the lives of 10 million people around the world, spiritually, physically, and financially. And how do I do that? Through my video appearances, my speaking engagements, and my various business ventures. If you guys can tell, I say this all the time, right? So, estate plays an incredible part in that because now people know why I do what I do, why I get passionate about this, why I show up to share this information with people, why I'm going so hard for this, right? So, I define my why. I help people. See, this is an example right here. I help people build legacy wealth through tokenized real estate. So now, because this aligns with my vision and my mission for my life, I can talk to people about this. I help people build legacy wealth through tokenized real estate. All right. So that's habit number one, lead with vision and purpose. Here's the next one, guys. We're going to go into habit number two. Habit number two is what I want you guys to get used to is mastering the digital tools that we have available. The best agents leverage technology from estate dashboards to Zoom presentation, Telegram, social media, and they know how to make the platform work 24/7. Whew. Right? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to realize all the tools and resources that you have available to you. Right? So I want you to get in and understand the dashboard and being able to explain it. A lot of times showing is better than just telling. Sometimes you can go in and show somebody, hey, look, now this would be on a private call. It doesn't have to be public, but you're talking to somebody. Hey, look, let me show you how I can see my assets. Let me show you. I got this contract between me and the company that talks about what I get and how this whole thing works. And let me show you my tokens on the blockchain. Let me show you that I get paid every single day, right? Because this is going to help you leveraging the dashboards. Now, some of you all may say, well, look, what else do I have? You can leverage the Zoom presentations. I think we need people leveraging these Zoom presentations to help them with their growth. You don't see, I want you guys to look at this as you not having to come on and have to know all the, you don't have, from day one, you don't have to know all the information. You don't have to understand how to do the presentation. You don't have to understand how to do an effective presentation or how to do a persuasive presentation. All you got to know how to do is invite people to the Zoom presentations. I'm going to show up, right? And every day I go as hard as I can to show up with everything that I can to make sure that there's a great presentation for you to invite somebody to, right? And this is not just about me, because this is going to expand to more than me as we bring on other leaders that are going to actually start doing the presentations as well. So this is one of the things that you could do. Now, in preparation for you becoming one of those leaders, in preparation for you getting better at what you're saying, here's what I suggest, right? Record a 60-second video explaining eState's two-phase income model and post it today. Now I know I'm pushing somebody right now. Somebody say, hold on, Anthony, wait a minute. I don't want you to explain the whole idea of estate. I don't want you to explain the whole idea of tokenization, but here's an action step. What you could do is do a 60-second video. Don't make it very long. Don't overcomplicate it for yourself, but just do a 60-second video explaining eState's two-phase income model and post that today. This is going to stretch some of you. Some of you all don't like doing that. Some of you all just like posting pictures and quotes and things like that. And I get it, but get active and start doing things. Show up as that leader that you are, that I know you have down deep inside, right? So start doing that. Just explain. Say, hey, look, what I like about estate. You can just share what I like about estate is that, and unlike other fractional ownership platforms, estate has a two-phase income model that makes it attractive to not only crypto investors who like accelerated returns, but it also makes it attractive to the average or the regular traditional real estate investor. And the way they do that is with this model during the first 18 months, you're going to get paid daily profits Monday through Friday, right? And that profit is going to range anywhere from 6 to 20% per month, depending on the property that you own a share of. Now, after the 18 months, you move into the passive phase. And during that passive phase, you're going to earn 10% annually for the lifetime of the property. So we're talking about legacy style, long-term wealth. Now that on during that passive phase, those profits are paid out every 6 months. So you can see why it's powerful for you to build your own portfolio through tokenization. That's all. That's a simple explanation that you could do. Do it in your words. Do it, you want to use the accurate information, but do it your way. How many of you all can do that today, right? If you could do that today, I give you 24 hours. If you could do it by tomorrow, I want to know if you could do that. Drop a 5 in the chat if you could do that by tomorrow, right? There you go. I see the 5s coming in. Absolutely phenomenal. We're going to have some incredible leaders you guys are going to be able to do. Because what I'm going to start doing is pulling in leaders. Maybe we're going to take baby steps. So maybe not to do the entire presentation, but to step in and do portions of the presentation. I might start with somebody just coming in to explain that two-phase income model, or somebody coming in to explain the affiliate program, or the digital real estate agent opportunity, right? We will break it down so other people can step in and be able to do this. Somebody already nominated Lynn. There you go. Lynn Hamilton, you've already been nominated by somebody. So get ready. We're going to rock this out, right? All right, let's move on really quick. We're going to go to habit number 3, right? Habit number 3, build daily discipline. Here's the thing I want to talk about here. Consistency beats intensity. Consistency beats intensity, right? And my thing messed up on me, but we're going to get it right here. I'll correct this. But here's what consistency beats intensity. What do I mean by this, right? So your consistency is going to beat out somebody coming in and say, hey, look, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come out and I'm going to do a presentation 3 times a day. And I'm going to do this all. You know what? I'd rather somebody do it 1 time a day for 90 days than somebody that's going to do it 3 times a day for a week. The person that will do it 1 time, look, the person that will show up every day for 90 days will beat the person who shows up 3 times in a day for a week, because they get burned out, because if they don't see what the results that they expect to see, most of the time people like that, they burn out. And they were like, oh, it just doesn't work. Oh, I didn't get the results. But consistency is going to beat intensity. Top agents follow a daily rhythm. They prospect, follow up, and promote events every single day. Prospect, follow up, promote events every single day. Prospect, follow up, promote events every single day. It's simple. It's not complex, guys. If you can do this, right? If you think you can do this, prospect, follow up, and promote events every single day. If you can do this, drop a 6 in the chat. Say, I could do that, right? That's not hard. I can prospect, go out and share this with other people, just talk about it. And it's simple right now because we're in a space where a lot of people don't know about it, right? You can just ask them. I tell people all the time, I ask people, they may ask me what I do, right? And if they ask me what I do, I'm going to tell them, hey, look, I help people own fractional ownership shares of top tier real estate properties around the globe, and they get to earn passive income on a daily basis. Wow, how you do that, right? I'd love to share some more information with you. I'm actually hosting it. Now, you guys can say we're actually hosting. I'm going to say I'm actually hosting a presentation coming up tonight at 9 p.m. If you got a chance, you can jump on the presentation and hear all the information, right? They say I'm not available right at 9 p.m. tonight. That's cool. You know what? That's not a problem. Let me ask you a question. Do you have 15 minutes right now? Yeah, I got 15 minutes. All right, if you have 15 minutes right now, I'm going to send you a quick video that's 12 minutes that you can watch right now. It's going to explain a lot about it so you can understand it better. Can you watch it right now if I send it over to you? Yeah, I'll jump on it and watch it right now. All right, cool. Send that video over to him in 15, 20 minutes, follow up, say, hey, look, just getting back with you. Did you get to watch the video? No, here's what I ask them most of the time. What did you like best about the video that I sent over to you? I'm giving y'all, take some notes, guys. What did you like best about the video that I sent over to you? Now, some people if they looked at the video, they may say, man, I like the fact that we get to own those real estate properties. Man, those properties were nice that I saw. Or they may say, well, I like the fact that we can start as little as $10. Or they may say, I like the fact that we get to earn that passive income daily, right? Whatever their thing is. Now, when you get really good at this, say, what did you like best? Did you like the properties, the passive income, or the low entry point? Did you like the properties, the passive income, or the low entry point? And you ask them that question, guess what? They're going to come back and they're going to give you an answer. What, man, I like the properties the best. That's nice because we got some incredible properties. But this gives you the direction of your conversation. You don't want to assume anything about anybody. I don't want to assume that you're this only about the passive income for you. Because for some people, it's owning shares of top tier properties. I don't want to assume that it's only about the properties, right? Because it could be the low entry point. They was like, man, you know what? I like the fact that we could get in for $10. So those are things that you actually they may even come back and say, man, I just love that Los Angeles villa. Man, that thing was beautiful. I wouldn't mind owning a share of that. So you can actually do that. But now, look, let's talk about this. Here's the action step from this one, from this habit. Plan a power hour. I'm talking about 1 hour a day. And I want you to commit to having this power hour every single day for yourself. Power hour. That's it. Not, I'm not talking about 4 hours a day. If you have that type of time, or 3 hours a day, but a power hour. It could be as simple as 20 minutes prospecting, 20 minutes on follow up, and 20 minutes on content creation. You see, I just broke that real simple, right? Once a day. Once a day. Plan your power hour. 20 minutes prospecting, 20 minutes follow up, 20 minutes content creation. How many of y'all think that's doable? Drop a 7 in the chat. Is that doable? I don't want to give you anything too complex, but this is doable right here, right? Power hour, 20 minutes prospecting. Prospecting could be simply you going through your Instagram or your Facebook or your phone book contact list and saying, who can I talk to? Who can I talk to? 20 minutes. Then the people that you talk to, let me tell you what and this is what I came up with for you guys. Hopefully you guys are going to be excited about this. Here is our e-estate lead tracker. This is in the agent toolkit, in our agent documents, right? Our agent toolkit that we have, this is in there now. This is the e-estate lead tracker. All right. Now, so you can track your leads. This is the date that you added them to the list, their full name, their phone number, their email address, their city, state, or country, the source where you got them. What was this? Was this from my phone book contact, or was this somebody I met in person, or was this from Facebook, or was this from Instagram? Right? What is their interest type? Right? And I'm gonna have some documentation in here for you guys. But their interest type, are they interested in the property? Are they interested in are they interested in becoming an agent, or both? That type of thing, right? Passive income or becoming an agent, or both. The initial contact date. When did you add them, and when did you actually contact them? Right? When have you invited them to a presentation? This is also accountability. Did you invite them to a presentation? If the answer is yes, did they attend the presentation? You get to track all of this now, right? This is our tracker. What date are you following up with them? Here are any notes or key details, right? What current stage are they in? Have they signed up? Have they already purchased the property? Right? All of this stuff. You want to be able to go in and fill out as much as this is possible, right? Now, your property token purchase, have they made a property purchase, right? I'm going to update some of this. Your total purchase volume, how much did they purchase, right? The recruitment potential, what I mean by this is like, if they purchase a property, are they potentially an agent, right? Listed 1 to 5, right? Whatever they are. The follow-up outcome, the next step, and the action item. So you got all of this information in here that you can actually put in here that'll allow you to track things in a professional way. So now you're not a real estate amateur. You're not an amateur with e-estate. You're a professional, right? And it also allows you to, in here, you got a weekly summary. This is your week, your total new leads, your total presentations, your total buyers registered, the properties purchased, the new agents, the total volume, and your notes. I told you, we're giving you the toolkit. We're giving you everything that you need so that you can be successful over here. right? So that's once again another tool that we help to that we have to build that, right? So let's move on. We're going to habit number 4. Become a storyteller, not a salesperson. Now I know. Now I want to tell you that I am not opposed to sales. I've been in sales for such a long time that I think here's what I say sales is. Sales is nothing but a transfer of belief. It's right. It's you understanding how to communicate in a way that it transfers belief to somebody else. That's all sales is to me. So I don't get a nasty or a sleazy feeling about sales. I never do because I understand. Like, I also say sales is helping people achieve what they want or desire, right? And I help them get out of their way of getting it, right? I help remove themselves out of the way of getting it. That's what sales do, right? But let me tell you this. This is what I've found to be effective with sales, right? So instead of you being a salesperson, become a storyteller because facts tell, but stories sell. What I found is a lot of people when they're trying to sell things, they're only selling the features and the benefits. They're only telling the features and the benefits, which is great. Most people actually don't even get over to the benefits. They tell just the features. We got a property in LA that pays a passive income of around $400 per month, right? But like sometimes people won't even remember that. That may not impact somebody. I want y'all to get this. That may not impact somebody like you want. But see, the facts will tell, but the stories will sell. So people remember transformation stories more than token metrics, more than platform numbers, more than the analytics, right? So when you start telling a story, people will identify with that story. You could tell your own story, you could tell somebody else's story. Hopefully, you guys are getting this. Hopefully, you guys are getting this, right? Because this is powerful. You could tell your own story, a client story, or another leader story. Whichever one is best for you at a time. If you don't have a story yet, you may be leveraging somebody else's story. This is why I tell people don't even worry where you are right now because if you come in and you're excited, you hear somebody else's story, you can use my story, you can use somebody else's story, whatever you want to do. Like you can actually go in. She was like, hey, look, you know what? Once you understand story, like this formula, the 3S formula, struggle, shift, success, right? Once you understand this will change everything for you. This is a formula right here, right? The 3S formula, struggle, shift, success. All right. So here's what I want to tell you. What were things like prior to you actually coming into contact with e-estate, becoming knowledgeable about e-estate, becoming aware of what was available with e-estate, right? Before you actually did that, the shift is the moment you discovered what this could do for you, right? And the success is the results you or your clients experienced. All right? So, struggle, shift, success. So, here's the thing. You hear me do it in the presentation. Have you guys, now that I say it, do you guys hear it in the presentation? If you hear it in the presentation when I do it, drop an 8 in the chat. Reason why I tell my story is I talk about the struggle prior to this. There are some people who won't identify with your success, but they will identify with your struggle. Right? There's some people, can I tell you this? A lot of us focus on, hey, look, this is great. This is great. This is what it can achieve with, what it choose. Let me tell you a truth out there when it comes to psychology of people. Do you know more people will help you lead them from struggle or danger than they will allow you to lead them to success? Woo. A lot of people they'll be more apt to allow you to lead them from struggle or danger than to lead them to success. Let me prove it for you, right? Do you if you were in a building, right, and you just came by, the person did not help you. I mean, the person did not know you, but you ran out of a building and you was like, they're shooting. And you was like, and you're running. How many people think the person is going to follow you even though they don't know who you are? Right? Or if you're in a building and you scream fire and you run, how many other people gonna start running? If you think the other people gonna start running too, y'all drop a 9 in the chat. Let me see. How many people know that, right? They don't have to know who you are. They don't have to know your credibility. They don't have to know a lot of that stuff. Most of the people are going to start running, right? Because they're like, I'll let you lead me away from danger. Now, here's another thing. Now, let me tell you, this is how psychology is, right? But if you even come up to people and you be like, hey, I got $100 over here in the corner. You come over here with me. I'm gonna help you get that $100. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you this $100. Woo! Come on, look. Here's the thing. Now, they're like, if you're like, hey, come over here, over there. Hold on. What's up? What's wrong with the $100? Why you want me to come over there? Why you trying to give me $100? First of all, and what's up? Why I gotta go over there with you? I don't know you. You trying to give me $100, right? But you gotta come over here. Why in the corner? It's all types of questions, right? Let's be honest. It's all types of questions. Now you trying to help them. Let's say you legitly got the $100. It's over here. Maybe it's not in the corner. Hey, come over to my car. I got $100 for you. Why I'm coming in your car? And why you trying to give me 100? What's wrong with the $100? Did you steal this? Like so I want to tell you. So people will let you lead them away from danger sometimes before they'll let you lead them to success, right? So that's the thing right there. So I want you to write a 3 sentence story using the 3S formula. Write a short 3 sentence story. Like, man, I didn't know how I was going to earn passive. I knew that I needed to start earning income through investments, or I knew I needed to put my money to work somehow for me, but I didn't have any way to do it. I tried it with my bank account. I tried other crypto projects and they just didn't work out, other things. But when I came across e-estate and I saw that I can own fractional shares of real estate properties and earn passive income, it was game over for me. And now, so what's the success story? Now, every day, or now I have 4 different properties that's paying me passive income on a daily basis. And I'm earning more passive income than I ever had. You see how simple that story was? That story is in every presentation I did. I elaborate a little bit more, but that story is in every presentation. So this is what you do. Write that simple 3 sentence story, right? Let me tell you another way that we used to do it. This is another way that we used to do it, and I still do it now, right? When I'm telling stories and somebody, like, hey, look, somebody say, well, look, I don't know about that stuff, right? Let's talk about this. Let's tell a story. When somebody comes to you and they say, well, you know what, that sounds good, but I don't know. You're like, all right, I don't know. I'm not that. I don't know about that. Tokenization stuff. All right. Here's what I tell them: feel, felt, found. Somebody put it in the chat so somebody remembers it. Feel, felt, found. This isn't on this, but I'm gonna tell you. Feel, felt, found. What does that mean? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found out. I understand. I don't know about that tokenization stuff, right? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way because I didn't really understand it when I first got it either. But here's what I found out. This is not just something that we're talking about. This is a crazy trend that's happening. And there's a lot of different platforms that's doing it. E-estate is just the best. You're going to see more and more real estate properties that are being tokenized and a lot of people participating in tokenization. You see how easy what that is? See, you keep these things in the inventory of your mind. You keep these things in your inventory and you'll be able to respond to people really quick, no matter what they say. No matter what they say. Well, you know what? That sounds good, but I don't know anything about crypto. I understand how you feel. Now, here's the thing. When I first got involved in crypto, I didn't know anything about it either. So I felt the same way. But here's what I found out. Crypto is not as hard as you think. It's pretty easy once you get a handle of it. Do you know everything's hard until you do it? It's just because it's new. It's not because it's not for you to do it, right? That's all you got to do. Feel, felt, found. It's so easy. Object, whatever objection is. Man, I don't know about that guy. I don't know about that guy, Anthony. I understand how you feel. He's too excited for me. I felt the same way. Man, that guy got a lot of energy. But here's what I found. Have passion, right? About what they're excited about. What I found is that I had conversations with him, and he's the real deal. He's helping people all over the world. All of that type of stuff. These are things that you can actually do, right? And so you go ahead and you actually learn these things, and it'll be easy for you to respond to any objection that people say. Hey man, I don't know about joining you because I don't think you had any success. You don't, or let me give you a one that I know you guys probably face if you've been in anything else, right? So if you've been in something else, hey man, I don't know because the last thing you brought to me didn't last. I understand how you feel. Man, when that last program went down, I was totally devastated. That's how I felt too. But I want to tell you that I got my zeal back when I saw that now we can participate in something that's backed by real world assets such as real estate. This is literally giving me my zeal and my zest, my excitement back, right? And so when you tell that and you tell that story, you use this model, it's easy to respond to that stuff. All right. So hopefully that's helpful to people. Let's move on to habit number 5. So here's habit number 5. Build and nurture relationships. Digital agents win through community, not cold selling. Be genuinely interested in people's goals and processes. Here's one of the things. If you guys been on private calls with me, and if I'm talking to someone that's genuinely interested, a lot of times I'm asking them what their goals are. I am genuinely Here's one of the things. Can I tell y'all a secret? Most people try to be interesting by being interesting, right? They try to be more can I tell you how you be more interesting? By being more interested. You know how people are going to find you more interesting when you become more interested in somebody else, when you become more interested in their story, when you become more interested in what they're about. How do you do that? You got to ask questions, right? I like to ask when I get on calls with private calls and stuff, when I'm talking to people, what have you done before? What have you experienced before? Have you what are you doing to multiply money now? What are you doing to what assets or investments are you participating in now? Why? I want to understand what they're doing, if they're doing anything, where they are. What are some of your goals to reach? Like if nothing changes right now, do you think you will achieve your goals? But what you're doing right, if what you're doing right now, if nothing changes, do you think you will achieve your goals? And a lot of people will say, no, man, you know what? It's not on the track that I want to right now. Or some people may say, yeah, it's good. Like that's all good. So you feel like that you're making all the passive income that you can stand right now. Now, most people will backtrack and be like, hold on, I didn't say all that now. Right? I didn't say all that. I just said I think, so this is going to allow you to learn more about people. It's going to allow you to be genuinely interested. Just ask questions. Ask questions about their life. Say, hey, look, what are some of the things this is what most people never do, right? When they're in a room or they're on a conversation with people and in a conversation with people, they don't stop and be like, you know what? What's the most important thing to you right now? What's something that you're working on right now? Tell me what you're working on right now. And they may tell you, they may be like, well, you know what? I'm actually working on this. And you tell them about that. That's cool. That's cool. So, how much you have, weighing on that, or how long have you been doing that? Or, all those types of things. When you become interested in them, it's going to make you a more interesting person because you know what? Nobody else is doing that. Most people having conversations, they're thinking of the next thing to say about themselves or to say about their agenda. Lynn said, ask questions. I was asking a bunch of questions today to a person I hadn't spoke to in years. And what I learned is the person who is asking the questions is the one who is in control. Absolutely. That's 100% true. Ask the questions. Here's the thing, guys. The one who asks the questions is typically the expert. They become the expert. Why? Because you asking questions. As a consultant, consultants ask questions. They don't just spew out information. What if you had to name one thing that you could solve in your life or solve for in your life right now that would make you feel 100% better, what would it be? Ask a question like that. People will be like, "Oh man, this guy's like, what?" Yes. This is stuff. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Ask the questions, right? Now, here's another thing I want to get. I want you guys to get. I cannot stand. I absolutely loathe when people send me canned messages on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, wherever it is. Do not send me a canned message that doesn't know anything about me, doesn't tailor anything about me, and don't just only contact me when you pitching me. That's the easiest way to get ignored, right? Because people do this all the time. Even with people that you know or have personal relationships with. Can I tell you here? Well, I listed this action step here, right? This action step here will keep you in somebody's rotation. This will keep you in somebody's rotation. Learn to send 3 appreciation messages every day. No pitch, just gratitude. 3, don't make it canned. If you know something about the person, then do it. If you don't know something about the person, go to their social media and find something out about them. Go to there. Most people give you enough on their social media so you know enough about them that you can approach them the right way. Right? So go to their social media, look at it, and to be genuine about it. Say, hey, you know what? What's an appreciation message that you can? I appreciate, man. I just wanted to send a quick message. I see you post, motivational posts on the Facebook. You post motivational things on Facebook all the time, and I know sometimes it can go unrecognized, but I want to let you know I appreciate your messages. No pitch, just gratitude. I appreciate your messages. I appreciate your post. You know what? I read. I just want to let you know I read one of your posts, and it kept me going that day. It gave me a little bit of inspiration that day. Right? This just do that with simple. It may be even. Can I tell you what's the difference? Do it with your loved ones. If you got children, do it with your children. Hey, look. I just want to tell you I appreciate you. I was thinking about you today. I just want to tell you I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful for you. A friend. Empower your friendships, man. You know what? I just wanted to reach out to you, man. See if everything's going well. I appreciate your friendship and we need to connect more often. Exactly. Reggie got it. Start with your spouse. Start with your spouse, right? Start with your spouse and be like, hey, you know what? I want to let you know, man. Whatever it could be. I appreciate the way you keep the house clean. I appreciate how you cook. I appreciate you caring about me. I appreciate these things, right? And just give some gratitude for people. It goes such a long way. Gratitude. There's some people that are going about their life and never getting gratitude. And you can stand out from everybody else by just sharing gratitude with somebody else. So I want you guys to do that. Think of 3 people today. Just send 3 messages of gratitude out to people today, right? And watch what it does for you. You're gonna have something to respond. You're gonna have, most likely they're gonna respond because you're not pitching them anything. You're not even asking them for anything or anything. You just like, hey, look, I just wanted to say I appreciate you or I appreciate your post, whatever it could be. Do that to somebody today. All right, let's go on. Habit number 6. Let me say, I just did that with my Boaz today. There you go. I got such an amazing hug and smile from him. It works. It works, guys. It works phenomenally, right? Here's another thing I want to talk about. Habit number 6 is invest in continuous learning, right? Markets evolve, but leaders evolve faster. Stay educated on blockchain, real estate trends, and personal growth, right? Jim Rohn said your income rarely exceeds your level of personal development. You have to be continuously developing yourself with a daily regimen of development. Find someone that you can learn from and learn from them consistently. Here's what I want to tell you guys. Now, this is a book that you can read, but I just want to give you a simple thing, right? There's a book called Who, Not How. Who's heard of the book before? Drop an 8 in the chat if you heard of that book. Who, Not How. Right? Now, this is powerful. If you haven't heard of the book, go look it up. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it somewhere. But I want to give you a simple principle from this book. A lot of times, your next level or the things that you want to achieve, it's not about how, it's about who. What do I mean by that, right? You decide who you're going to listen to. You decide who you're going to learn from. You decide who could be that connection to your next level. Do you know a lot of times your connections is going to be through someone else? Do you know that a lot of times the information that you need is going to come through someone else? Do you know that a lot of times the breakthrough is that somebody else is going to be used for that breakthrough? We are not islands. We're interdependent, right? We're independent people, but we're interdependent. Right? So I want to tell you, value your network, value the people you're connected to, find out who you're going to listen to. I want to tell you, if you determine who, the how will show up. Determine the who. It's so important. Right? I'll tell you a few people that I listen to, and you're going to hear, when you hear things, you're going to be like, I can hear all of that through Anthony, right? Commit to a 15-minute training or podcast daily to share one insight at the next team call, right? So here's one of the things what you want to do is that you want to listen to something that's going to be empowering. One of the people that I listen to is a good friend of mine. His name is David Shands. He has the Social Proof podcast. So I listen to the Social Proof podcast a lot. I get inspiration from that. So I look at the Social Proof podcast, right? But here's another thing that I listen to, right? I listen to Neville Goddard, a lot of stuff from Neville Goddard, right? Now, I want you guys to take some of the stuff like I also use the grocery store method, right? So I take some of the stuff and I be like, hey, look, this is what I'm going to take. The stuff I don't need, I leave it on the shelf. But I listen to Neville Goddard, right? So Neville Goddard is another one that I listen to. Another one I listen to is Myron Golden. Myron Golden is a leader that I respect. I listen to him a lot. I learn from him a lot. Those are people I listen to on a consistent basis, right? So these are people that you're gonna have. I have a person. One of my I paid for personal mentorship from David Immonetier, right? I was in his personal inner circle, right? First time that I made multiple 6 figures in a month was under David's leadership, right? Some of the things, 6 figures in a month, it was under his leadership. You know what David taught me? The power of belief. David gave me the structure and the power around belief. It was David Immonetier. He didn't it wasn't around. Let me tell you guys this. It was now he has his own company. I'm not involved in that company. I started with it, but I'm not involved in that company, right? But he has his own company. It wasn't that I needed to get from him. What I needed was the mantle of belief that I got from him. It wasn't that I needed. He knew I already had my own. He knew I had my own thing that I was doing. So he accepted me under his wing to learn from him and to catch that mantle of belief from him. And so he taught me how to structure my belief, how to believe in a bigger way. And boy, I'm telling you, it changed my life big time. Once I learned the power of belief, and not only that, how when you learn the principles of belief, it totally changed your life, right? So that's it. But find somebody that you're going to listen to. All right. That's the thing for you, right? If you guys are if you read the Bible, I'll give you this. One of the things I just wrapped up was a story of Elisha. The story of Elisha. All right. And that in the story of Elisha, you guys will learn that that's a mentorship story, right? And it is a story of ridiculous faith and ridiculous results. And so I just wrapped that up. So that's one of the things I just want to tell you guys. I know everybody doesn't have the same belief, so I'm not trying to get everybody on that, but I want to tell you that's one of the things that I did. All right. Now, let's go. Here's habit number 7. Operate with integrity and long-term vision. Operate with integrity and long-term vision. E-estate is built on trust and transparency. Successful agents play the long game, build wealth and reputation through integrity. Right? This is the here's what I feel. Um here's what I found out, right? I found out that most of the time when people end up doing things that are not without integrity, a lot of times it's because they're playing the short-term game. I want y'all to catch this because they're looking short. Um, if you do something bad, for lack of better words, if you do something that lacks integrity, right? A lot of times people do that because they have very short vision. But when you have the long game in mind and you have vision in mind, that vision will lead to integrity. Why? Because you understand that you're not just here for a short time or a good time. You're here, you want to be here for a long time, right? You want to have that integrity for a long, you want to last for a long time. And that's only built through integrity. If you're looking at short-term gain, well, look, I'm just trying to make this $100. But that $100, look, if I'm playing the long game, I'm not trying to make $100. The next $100 doesn't matter to me. It's the next 100 million. It's a vision. Right? And that's just financially. I'm not saying it's all financial stuff, but I'm just talking about financially. If see the people who are looking at 100 million are not trying to risk it all on $100. Hello? Am I making if that's making sense to you, drop a 9 in the chat. Right? People with short-term vision, what happens is that they do things that will you be like, man, but you just did that. Like, I don't even fight with people. If somebody came to me, hey, that was my person. That was my person. And hey, look, you know what? I'm not even fighting with you over that. Right? Why? Because it's more long term than short term. I got a long term vision. I got a long term. I want this to be here I want to be around for the next 10 years. So you know what? I'm not going to do something today that's going to mess up me having the potential to be around for the next 10 years. So you're going to start thinking to yourself, does this action build my reputation or does it risk it? Does it build my reputation or does it risk my reputation? Being totally honest with people, saying, hey, look, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Nope, this doesn't work that way. Mm-mm. I don't have to tell you something just to get you to do something. right? No, I'm gonna tell you. Here's a question I get. Right? There's other questions that I get a lot of times, like where people will say things like, let me give you an example. What example can I use? A lot of people will say things like do I get, like, I guess do the thing like, do I get my cash, do I get my initial deposit back? No, it is not that way. It's built into your daily returns, right? What you're going to get overall. I don't have to like, hey, do I, do this, whatever. I'm going to tell you the absolute truth about everything. You know why? Because I'd rather have my integrity built on truth than try to build success on a lie, because that's on shaky ground, and anything that you build on it is going to fall, right? So be upfront with everything, with everyone, and then you're going to live with so much more peace. Keep your long term vision. Now, in order for you to have long term vision, you have to have a vision. Here's what I want people to do is to stop just acting to be acting. Stop just doing to be doing. You got to do things according to vision and purpose. You got to have a vision for where you're going. That's what we opened up to, right? You got to have a vision. How many people out there just doing? There's too many people in life. 97% of people in the world have no solid goals or vision of what they're working on. They're just doing. They got into the routine of doing just to be doing. And if you don't know where you're going, if you don't set an aim, if you don't set a target, if you don't have a vision, you end up wandering in the wilderness for 400 years. You end up wondering, right? Like here's what a lot of people do. They end up wandering around life and wonder how they got where they don't want to be. Because you didn't set a target. You never set a vision for where you wanted to be. You never got solid and consistent on that vision. Can I tell you, it's better to be vision containers and hold the vision more than anything else. And what I realized is that if I can hold the vision, I don't have to be. What happens is I don't have to make the vision happen. Ooh, somebody's like, oh, what do you mean, Anthony? Look, if I learn to get good at holding the vision, see, because most people can't hold a vision for a long period of time. They collapse under the weight of limiting beliefs. They collapse under the weight of other things that they allow to infiltrate the words of other people. Sometimes even things that they may go through or experience, life will start lifing, and guess what? You forget about your vision. But if you can just learn to hold the vision, people may come and go, things may come and go, seasons may come and go. But if you hold that vision, the vision, though it tarry, wait for it. Mm, because it will not tarry. The vision is going to happen, right? The vision is for an appointed time. There you go. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Have the vision, run with your vision, run that phase, the race that's before you, right? Lay aside everything that may get you off track. Lay aside everything that will get you off track or hold you back. Lay aside everything that will get you off track or hold you back. You got to get good at that. All right. So those are some things I want to talk about. So we got through that. I thought it was going to take a long time for me to get. It did take a little while, but we got through that. You don't need to be perfect, right? You just need to. Here's a good one that's going to help somebody, right? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Oh, can I tell you, consistency is a superpower? Consistency will set you apart from a lot of other people. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. These 7 habits turn agents into digital real estate leaders. You don't have to get everything right. You don't have to get it right all the time. What you need to be is consistent. Consistency breeds trust. You know what? Consistency is so powerful because it compounds. Consistency breeds trust. Not only can I tell you two people that two major people, right? Consistency is going to breed trust with other people, and consistency will breed trust with yourself. Do you understand that a lot of people don't do anything because they know they can't trust themselves? They know they're not consistent. Woo, I'm talking good right now. I don't know if you guys know it, but I'm talking good right now. A lot of people, they're not joining e-estate and becoming an e-estate agent because they know themselves. It's not because of you. It's because they know man, I know I start and quit everything that I do. I know I get started and I'll get going with something. And then what happened? I'll get going with something, and the next thing you know, I'll fall off. Here's and yes, Myron Golden. Oh, I told you, you can tell my mentors and everything that I talk. So here's what I want to tell you: most people are overconfident in what they can do in 3 months, and underestimate what they can accomplish in 3 to 5 years. Most people think, oh, they're gonna come in, they're gonna get in, I'm gonna get in, I'm gonna tear this thing up, I'm gonna do this and whatever, I'm gonna do all of this, and I'm gonna do this, and they want to do it in 3 months. And if it don't happen in 3 months, I'm on to the next shiny object. I'm gonna promote the next thing that everybody else is talking about. Right? I'm gonna do this and do that. But then what happens, like the thing is like, hey, look, you know what? If I decide I'm going to do it, here's another thing I got from Myron Golden. I removed the word try from most of the other things that I do. I stopped saying try. You either doing it or you don't, or you're not doing it. Either doing it or you're not doing it. I'm going to agent 7. What did Lynn say? She was talking to Brandon. I'm going to agent 7. I'm becoming agent level 7. I'm not trying. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm becoming agent level 7 by when? By the Miami event. It's done. It's a done deal. It's done. It's completely done. It's already done. It was done when I made up my mind. It's done. Right? So the thing is, I am doing this. I'm not trying. Remove try. Either you're doing it or you're not. So that's the thing that you want to do. Say, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to become agent level 4 by the Miami event. That's what I'm talking about. Man, everybody needs to get their I am statement. Anything that you put after I am, there's power in that, right? So I want you guys to get your I am statement. I am agent level 7 by Miami event. This is a good goal too, because what we do is build as leaders, we build from event to event, right? So by the Miami event, what are you achieving by then? All right, so we got some good stuff. Now, I gotta go over some other stuff, but man, this has been absolutely incredible for us. But I gotta go over some other things because I know there's some people on here. Um, there's some other people on here that need some beginner stuff, right? So I want to go over some things in the back office here to share some things with you guys a little bit here. So we're gonna go over a few things, right? Here's what I want everybody to get confident with doing, right? Is to look at the things, right? Look at the assets that we have. When I say assets, the collateral, the documentation that we have so we can get familiar with sharing this information with people, right? Because people are going to have questions, and the more that we take time to really dive into the information, the more it's going to help us, right? And so one of the things I wanted to pull up here is the agent contract. I want you to go into the agent contract and look over it. I'm not asking you guys to memorize anything on the agent contract, but just get familiar. And we have this in the back office. If you guys go to dashboard, just for the new people, if you go to dashboard, you go to the info hub, then you go to the knowledge base, right? When you go to the knowledge base, you go to the documentation. And under the documentation, you have a lot of this information here. You can pull up a lot of this information. So the documentation is very helpful. What we're looking at right now is the sample investment contract. So this is the real estate investment contract right here that you can actually look at. So let me pull this up. This is the investment contract. Go through the investment contract, look at the information here, and just find a few things that stand out to you that you really like on the investment contract, right? So I want you guys to do this because this is going to make you very much more knowledgeable about this, right? And you can go in. One of the things you guys see me do in the presentation is asset inheritance. Why? Because a lot of people don't know that, and that could be something that's important to people. You let them know that this contract is legally binding worldwide. In the event of a buyer's death, the asset can be transferred to an heir. To do so, the heir must provide this contract to the company's representative, along with the death certificate of the buyer and documents proving the familiar relationship to the buyer, or a copy of the will specifying the buyer's assets in the company and the heir's name. You want to do that, right? Now, a lot of people don't understand, like this contract is going to explain some stuff to you, like auto capitalization. The buyer may opt for automatic capitalization when purchasing real estate. In this case, the profits will automatically be added to the initial purchase amount, and the buyer will receive a compound interest on their income. After the first phase of asset ownership ends, the buyer will receive the total amount of earned income in a single payment minus the original purchase amount. The asset will automatically transition to the second phase as described in section 2.3. All right. Early termination of the contract. Early termination of the contract is only possible by mutual agreement between the parties, on or in the event of force majeure, right? In case of early termination, the buyer will receive the amount proportional to their share of ownership in the asset, minus any expenses incurred by the company in fulfilling its obligation under this contract. EST cannot be returned to the company. The buyer will receive a lifetime passive income based on their ownership of EST. So now I know I've mentioned to some of you all the company is working on a buyback program, but until that is instilled and added into the contracts, this is what we go by. But I do let people know early termination of the contract is possible by mutual agreement of the parties, right? So if someone wants to know, EST is the estate token. So that's the actual EST that we actually purchased to own the shares of ownership in the property. So I tell people, if you have an emergency come up, reach out to support and say, hey, look, it's an emergency. I'm not guaranteeing you anything, but it's possible by mutual agreement of the parties. If the company agrees to you, and I believe they'll work this on an independent or individual case by case basis, they could agree to it, right? So that could be possible, right? Now I'm not gonna go through this entire contract, but go in here and find the things that you like about this. Here's some things that people don't look at: the warranties, right? Company Bitcoin reserve. Do you guys know that this is a financial cushion that the company uses, ensuring the stability of financial operations and payouts? All EST is backed by real estate, which serves as asset collateral. So this is why in the presentation I talk about our EST being a proof of asset token, because it serves as asset collateral. The real estate serves as asset collateral for that token. All right. Now you can look at anything else in here that you become familiar with. Come familiar with what, like, it already talks to natural disasters, wars, action of derivatives of government authorities, pandemics, epidemics, or emergencies. All of this stuff is covered in the contract. Even the fact that the company is going to maintain the insurance on the property. Insurance. The company agrees to maintain appropriate insurance coverage for the property, including the coverage for damage and liability insurance in amounts that reasonably correspond with the type and value of the property. The cost of insurance will be considered an expense related to the property right there, right? This is your asset protection. The company agrees not to sell, transfer, or place new encumbrances on the property unless authorized by this contract or within written consent of the buyer. A lot of these things are questions that people have, right? That these is answered by the company here, right? How to handle disputes and agreements. Disputes and agreements are resolved through negotiations. If no agreement is reached, the dispute shall be submitted to court in the jurisdiction of the buyer's place of residence or the company's place of registration, right? So you see all of this information. Taxes. It talks about taxes, buyer taxes. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me questions about taxes. The buyer may also be exempt from income tax in their country, depending on the applicable tax legislation and at their discretion. The buyer is responsible for independently complying with any tax obligations in their jurisdiction if applicable, right? So all of this information is here. So this is good that we have this. So look over that so that you can have that information. All right. Now, also what we have in that back office, now you guys see me, I have parsed this out in the presentation, but I actually built my presentation from the documents that the company had, of course, right? And so I parsed out this information here so that it could be presentable on the presentation. But all of that information is here, and it's even more information. One of the things I tell people about is understanding the ARDR, right? We don't go over it a lot, but the ARDR is the company that's actually, how do we find out about our taxes for this program? So that's the good thing with taxes. So what you would find, what I would tell people, and I tell everybody, get with a tax professional or a CPA, right? Now in the United States, I know they're pushing for no capital gains tax on crypto. You're going to receive your profits in cryptocurrency, right? So you're going to receive those to the wallet that you choose. Now I receive my crypto. I'm not giving any advice, by the way. I receive my crypto to a decentralized wallet. It is a non-custodial wallet. And what do I mean by that? It is to a private, non-custodial wallet. I do not receive my crypto to an exchange. I ran into an issue before with I was sending my crypto to Coinbase. And when I was sending my crypto to Coinbase, guess what happened? When I would send it to Coinbase, then Coinbase would say, "Hey, look, we're going to send all these legal documents to the government and all this other stuff or whatever." Coinbase is going to do Coinbase, right? So I send mine to a private wallet, which is not tied to me. I'm not giving anybody any financial advice, but it's not tied to me. I own. Here's a key from the wealthy people that I'm connected to, right? I'm just going to give you guys this. Own is you want to reduce how can I say this in the right way? They say own nothing, control everything, right? And that's one of the ways that the wealthy people handle their finances. So I control the wallet, but it's not directly connected to me as far as ownership, right? So that's one of the things I do with decentralized wallets. So I'm just saying that, but definitely get with the CPA or tax professional to get to about your specific tax situation. Here's the ARDR membership. The $9 or the $90 per year is absolutely phenomenal. Being that we can actually get involved with it just as little as that, right? Agent income streams. So we talk about this with the agent income streams that we have. We talk about this in the presentation. I'm not going to go in depth on this, but I want you guys to understand how this works. So I want to break down something here for you. Let me talk about deal commission really quick. So with deal commission, let me minimize this some. So with deal commission, I want you guys to understand this thoroughly, right? So when you actually get in, one of the things that you want to do is to get to agent level 1 as soon as possible. Let me tell you what happens if you don't get to agent level 1, right? So if you come in, and I'm just going to share this with you, and you purchase a $10 share of ownership and you become an agent, that's cool, right? But if you purchase a $10 share of ownership, you become an agent, and you have not, and you refer someone, they get $10 share of ownership, you not become agent level 1, right? So here's what agent level 1 requirement is. To become agent level 1 is $500. Now, if you have the wherewithal to do so, I tell people come in, right? Get started as an agent first, and then purchase at least $500 in share of ownership, if you can, in a property. What does that do? That gets you to agent level 1, and you get 100 e-tokens. What does that do? When you're agent level 1, it allows you to earn those direct commissions from your level 1s. You earn direct commission on your level 1s. Now, some of you are going to come in with more than that. That's fine, but you want to come in and get to either come in with or get to the $500 of turnover ASAP. So you're agent level 1 because now you earn direct commissions on everybody on your level 1, right? Now, here's the thing that I want you guys to get. If you're at agent level 1 and you have people who come in, let's say you enroll another agent and they're closing deals, and they're closing deals on your agent level on your level 2, right? So once they're closing deals on your level two and you haven't become agent level two, you don't get paid on those deals on level two. It's not until your turnover reaches the 3,000 that you become agent level two. Once you get agent level two, then you earn commissions off of those deals on your level two. Now, each one of these levels, the agent levels, is going to correspond with the level that you get paid for. All right. So when the deals close on your level three, you want to be a level three agent because that means you're going to get paid for it. If you're a level two agent and deals are being closed on your level three and you are not the level three agent, you will not get paid on those deals, right? This helps with the sustainability of our compensation plan because it's very lucrative, but it has to be very sustainable as well. Agent level four, once you get there, you'll be able to get paid on level four. Agent level five, be able to get paid on level five. Agent level six, able to get paid on the deals closed on agent level six. Guys, I'm on my way to agent level seven. I should be there this week, right? And I'm gonna show you guys that in just a second. I should be agent level seven this week. I may even hit it today, right? But once I get to agent level seven, hold on. All right. So I was reading a message. I'm sorry, guys. But once you get to agent level seven, right? Here, once I get agent level seven, I get paid on agent level seven. But right now, my organization is deep. So there's some of you all that are on the call that are on my agent level. Let's say if you're on eight, on my agent level eight or my agent level seven right now, I don't get paid on the deals. Whether you come in with $10,000 or $100,000, guess what, guys? I don't get paid on that until I qualify for agent level seven. If you're on my level eight, my level nine, or my level 10, right? So what I want to do is get to those levels as soon as possible. Now, for most people, these levels are going to grow as you grow, right? So it's going to grow simultaneously, right? So that's one of the great things with that. So just keep that in mind. Now, some of you all may have a couple of agents that come along and they're like, "Hey, look, I'm about to build this thing out," and they're going to go 5 levels deep below you, and you're like, "I got to hurry up," right? So, but this is the thing that we actually teach on this and we help people get to that, right? So I just wanted to explain how that works. Now, um, let me share with you the other thing that I don't go into a lot of detail on in the presentation, but I want to cover right now is the revenue share. So let me break down how this revenue share works, right? So your personal investments, this is a great thing with e-estate, is your personal investments count 100% towards your turnover. Let me explain in detail what that means. So when you come, if you're an agent and you purchase a share of a property, let's just say you purchase the Los Angeles villa, right? And you're an agent. That means that $3,120 is going to be credited to your agent turnover in the back office. Is that clear for everybody? If that's clear for you, drop a one in the chat. All right. So that's the easy part. Your personal investments are going to count towards that. Now, as you're trying to hit the other agent levels, let me explain this to you, okay? So, on your first level, the deals on your first level right here, they're going to count 80% towards your turnover. So, if you have a deal on your first level that's $10,000, right? So that somebody purchases a share of a property that's $10,000, right? 80% of that is going to count towards your personal turnover, your organizational turnover, put it that way. So if it was 10,000, that means $8,000 will be credited towards your turnover. If that makes sense, drop a two. I just want to make sure everybody gets a clear understanding of this. That's going to be $8,000. So when somebody may call me and be like, and somebody reach out to me, and they're like, Anthony, I had somebody. Let's just say this. I'm gonna give you an example. Somebody said, I need $8,000. I need $8,000 to reach my next level. I need $8,000 to reach my next level. And they have somebody come in and they purchase $8,000 on their first level. And they were like, why didn't I hit my next goal? Because remember, only 80% of it actually counted. Now, if that person purchased 10,000, then the 8,000 would be enough because you would get 80% of the 10,000, which would be the 8,000, right? So I want everybody to understand that. On your second level is 40%, right? So this is how it works. Now let me share it with you. So I'm gonna go to my personal back office because I want to show you guys something. Now the company did do some updates, so they make this visible on on online on the desktop and on the mobile version, right? So when you go in and click on your agent panel, so I go into my agent panel, I want to see what my agent sales volume is, right? So here's my agent sales volume. The volume that you see here is your actual qualified volume. This is the volume that's going to take you to your next rank. If you go to, I'm going to share this with you so you guys can see this. If you go to your agent page, hold on. So I want to show you this. If you go to your agent page, you may see right here. What do you see? Total agent sales. Y'all see what my total agent sales is here? It's not the same. Now, the reason why that's not the same is because this is just my total sales in general throughout my organization. This is my total sales. This is my actual, when you go back to the dashboard, this is my actual agent sales volume that this is a qualified agent sales volume according to that turnover chart I just showed you guys. If that makes sense, drop a 3 in the chat. If that makes sense, right? I just want to make sure everybody understands that. So this is my qualified agent sales volume. So here's what I need to do. I need to get to agent level 7. Remember, I said that I'm getting to agent level 7. Guess what I need? My required sales volume over here is 200,000. I got to get to 200,000 in sales. So you guys see where I am right now. I'm at $193,849.39. But this needs to be 200,000 for me to hit agent level 7, right? So I'm a little over $6,000 to get to this. All right. Now, let me share. Somebody said one more time. Boss Queen said one more time. Let me go over it one more time. This volume right here is according to your actual turnover, right? Right here. This is how your revenue share works. It's based on the revenue share system. So your personal investments are going to count 100% towards that volume I just showed you. Your first level investments are going to be 80% towards that. Your second level investments that happen on the second level, they're going to be 40%. Third level is going to be 20%. Fourth level is going to be 10%. Fifth level is going to be 5%. And that's all the way through the eighth level. So I want you guys to catch this. If somebody comes in on my level 5 and they purchase a $10,000 share of a property, how much is credited towards my organizational sales volume as far as my qualified sales volume? Who can tell me how much? 500. Jimmy got it. There you go. I love it. 500, 5%. So $500 is going to be credited to my sales volume. So somebody may ask me, they'll be like, well, look, like I said, when somebody says, hey, you know what? I got $10,000 to go before I hit my next goal. If you do it personally, it counts full $10,000. If it's on your first level, it's going to be $8,000. If it's on your second level, it's going to be $4,000. If it's on your third level, it's going to be $2,000. If it's on your fourth level, it's going to be $1,000. And if it's on your fifth through your eighth level, it's going to be $500 that counts towards your organizational volume. Now, let me tell you why the company does it, besides just telling you it's for sustainability. Because you do know that this is counting towards everybody's volume in your line of sponsorship, right? So when you think about this, Everybody in between you and that person, this is counting towards their volume. If the company made it count 100% towards everybody's volume, we would not have a company in 2 months, right? Because they'll be paying out too much money. If that makes sense, drop a six in the chat for me. If that makes sense. There you go. All right. So that's how that works. So I just wanted to explain that for you guys. Now, look, just a little encouragement here. I want to tell you, I have this. I have a deal that may be processed today that we're working on that may be processed today. Um, that may get me here, right? I got a couple of deals that I'm working on right now that I may hit agent level 7 today. We've got a $10,000 deal in the works, and there's another $10,000 deal in the works. I got two $10,000 deals in the work. As long as we work out the crypto stuff, then we'll get it. So this will be two $10,000 deals. Now, one of those deals is actually on my second level. So it's on my second level. So when that $10,000 deal comes, that means it's going to count what? How much? Who remembers how much it's going to count towards for me? What's the percentage on my second level? Anybody committed it to memory yet? There you go. You guys, it's 40%, right? 40% or equivalent of $4,000, right? So it's going to take two of those deals to get me there, but I'll get there, right? So I'll get there really quick. So that's pretty cool. All right. So I wanted to show you guys that and wanted to go over and elaborate on that a little bit. Here's the next thing here. All right. Let me go back. So we know how that works, right? Let's talk about this profit commission. I love this profit commission here, right? So we got this profit commission, and right now, you guys understand we get paid on this on 5 levels deep. Now, this is how this is unfolded, right? So it unfolds like this. Once you hit agent level 4, you get paid 5% on your first level. Once you hit agent level 5, you get 2% on your second level. Once you hit agent level 6, you get 2% on your third level. Once you hit agent level 7, you get 1% on your fourth level. Once you hit agent level 8, you get 1% on your fifth level. That's all the passive profits being paid out on that level. So I have some very good volume on my first level. I earn 5% a day off of all the passive income that's paid out on my first level. If that's $1,000 a day, I earn $50 a day, which is actually really good, guys. If it's $10,000 a day that's being paid out, then I earn $500 a day. Not there yet, but that's why I could go back. I'm just showing you guys, and like I said, I don't want you guys to think that we do this for enticement. I just want to share with you how this works. So this is why I have a profit balance over here, which is mostly my profit commission that's being paid to me. So this is like $243 that I've been paid over like the last 2 days. Imagine making over $100 a day in profit commission. How many of you all would think that would be good? You think that's good passive residual money? Drop a one in the chat if you think that's good passive residual money. All right. Like if outside of like think about if I was making $100 a day Monday through Friday outside of what I'm making from my own personal property purchase, that's actually really good money, right? So, but this is what I actually now because I'm agent level 6, being that I'm agent level 6, I actually get paid on the first level, the second level, and the third level. I have to become agent level 7 to get paid on the fourth level. Yep. So on your first level, once you get here, you got to get to agent level 4 to qualify to get paid your passive profit commissions on your first level. On your second level, you have to be agent level 5 to get paid on your second level. You have to be agent level 6 to get paid on your third level. You have to be agent level 7 to get paid on your fourth level. And you have to be agent level 8 to get paid on the passive profit commission on your fifth level. So that's how that breaks down, right? Once again, sustainability purposes. See, I've been involved in companies that got overwhelmed because they were trying to pay this on everything that came through. There was companies I've been involved in. They tried to from day one. You were making passive profit commissions, and they were doing these daily check matches, and everybody was making this. And I was one of them. I was making like $7,000 a week from my check match, right? Seven, eight, nine, $10,000 a week from the check match, and I was like, this is great. But after a while, that becomes overwhelming for the company when they're trying to pay out all these profits, right? So I wanted to share that with you. So this is how the passive profit commission. But what I love about this is very simple. We just move through the compensation plan, right? Here's a question. One of my agents asked me the following: If I excuse me, guys. If I personally buy another property, the second property purchased after becoming an agent will the client section on the page read one client or one sale? In other words, will the landing page reflect? No, it will not. So, um, no, it will not. It does allow your personal investments to count towards your turnover, but it doesn't count as a new client, right? Your new client is someone that enrolls and signs up through you and purchases a property, right? That's what is going to count as a new client. Yep. So there you go. The issue is them having zero on the landing page, right? We all start with zero, right? Absolutely. I understand. And I've heard that before. A lot of people don't want to share that starting at zero. But you gotta shift your mindset on that, right? Because it's a limiting belief. Because all of us started at zero, right? All I started at zero on my page, right? But it's a limiting belief that it's only that counts towards me. Now, let me tell you, here's another thing that I get around that. Can I tell you guys a secret? I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret. Right now, I'm gonna be personally releasing my landing pages, so that'll be coming soon. So you guys can purchase a landing page from me, and then you can use the landing pages that I designed to do that, right? But before we get there, here's one thing that I tell people. Nobody intentionally, I don't intentionally send anybody to this page right here. Now, some people see it because it's like what I post on my in my YouTube channel, so people will come to this page, that type of thing. I'm even going to go back and change all of these. But let me show you. Let me show you what you do. You control the flow of information, right? You control that. Now, here's what you do. Here's what you got to do, guys. Listen closely. When you talk to somebody, you're gonna talk to them about the information. You're gonna invite them onto a Zoom call. You're gonna show them a video or anything like that. They do not get your link until you do that. Here's why. Unless it's somebody that you could just send a link over to that be like sign up because they're gonna sign up just because it's you. Now that's different. You have that level of influence with that person. But if it's somebody else, I say, let's go look at the information. I get a commitment from them before I send them my link. Hey, did you look at the information? Yep, man. They attended the presentation? Man, that was phenomenal. I'm ready to sign up. Cool. You know what I'm gonna send them? This right here. Why am I gonna send anybody know why I'm gonna send them this right here? I'm gonna send them this link, not my regular link. I'm gonna send them this link. Here's why I'm gonna send them this link, just in case you guys didn't know. It's gonna take them straight to the application, directly to the application to sign up. We don't need to go. Why they need to see all this? They don't need to see all this. We don't need, even at my level. They don't need to see all that. Why? I'm not trying to get them to go to that. It's time to sign up, baby. You know we about to get this train moving, right? I'm gonna send you this direct sign up link so you can go in and put in your information and sign up. All right. So that's what I do because this right, I put this. This is just here, right? This is just here. I want to honestly tell you guys. that this doesn't this is not going to sell anybody. This is just my personal opinion. This right here is not going to sell anybody. What is actually going to get people involved and interested is you inviting them to a presentation, or you putting them in front of information, a video or something. When you put them in front of the information or video or something, and they say, "Oh man, that sounds good. I'm ready." Right? Then you say, "Well, hey, I'm gonna send you the link." If they say, "Hey, look, this sounds good, but I got some more questions," here's what you do: get them in contact with the leader, or invite them to more information. But you have that conversation with us. Hey, look, I still got some questions. Okay, what questions do you have? Well, I think this. Now, if it's something that's outside of your scope that you can handle, get them here. Now, every leader, we're in 2025, guys. Every leader is not going to be able to jump on the phone all the time. Sometimes they will, but you can actually reach out to your leader, anybody in your line of sponsorship, and you reach out to them and say, hey, look, I got this person, had a couple other questions, right? Make sure they seen some information first, guys. Don't just throw anybody in there. Hey, you mind if I create a little group chat with us? We'll create a little group chat on Messenger, or you create a little group chat, however you want to do it, right? You say, look, we'll do a little group chat on Telegram, or we'll do a little group chat on Messenger, right? And if you do a little group chat and they're like, hey, this is such and such, they had a couple questions or whatever, and boom, the leader can automatically help you in that, right? Your leader can help you with answering those questions. Your leader is going to provide some third party validation for you. So you can do that. Now, if necessary, your leader can jump on a call, but don't expect your leader to jump on a call with everybody, because you might be talking to 10 people a day. You're like, I'm just sending everybody over to my leader, right? And you got your leader on 10 calls a day. That you don't want to do that, right? Now, if it's somebody, if there's a reason why they need to talk to your leader, you do that. But it's simple for us to do a three-way message. That makes sense. That makes sense. Drop a 6 in the chat for me if that makes sense. We're gonna send them this link because we're not talking to anybody blind. I'm not a spammer. Remember, I said that in one of our agent presentations, in our agent trainings. We're not spammers. We're professionals. We're not amateurs. We're real estate. We're digital real estate professionals. So I understand my process. I have a system of success. So I'm gonna pique your interest, right? Right? Then I'm going to send you some information, or I'm going to send you a link to get on a Zoom. We call it PSC. Pique their interest first. Send them some information, or send them a link to get on a Zoom. You're going to send them something though, right? I'm going to send you something, and then on C, this is what I say, right? I say collaborate. So it's PSC. Pique their interest, send them some information, and then collaborate with who? With your leader. Or you collaborate by adding, like if they're like, hey, look, this is cool, I like this, right? Then you decide that next step. Because I tell people sometimes don't miss out on the sale because you don't take action. Don't miss out on referring somebody because you don't take action, right? So here's what I say. I say you either going complete or collaborate. Complete the process or collaborate. It depends on where you stand with that person. But if I pique your interest, I send you some information, then what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna either complete the sale. They be like, hey, look, I'm ready to go. I'm not gonna say, well, wait, you can't sign up yet because you gotta talk to my leader. No, they say, look, I'm ready to go, ready to purchase. Then you say, well, look, I'm gonna complete the sale. I'm gonna complete the process, which is like I'm gonna get you my link so you go ahead and sign up and let's go, let's roll. Now, if that and then you know what I'm gonna do? Then you gotta involve them. Involve them in your communities that we have, right? We got several chats. We got the e-estate VIP chat once they become a member. We have the e-estate USA chat once they become a member. We have also e-estate chats on Messenger, so you can invite them. That now they become a part of a community. You can even create your own personal chat for your team. Leaders actually do that, so you can do that as well. PSC, y'all get it? Peak interest, send them some information, either complete the sale or collaborate with your leader to move forward. That makes sense? If that makes sense, drop a 7. I feel like I'm giving y'all some top tier training today. Y'all gonna be ready to go, right? So that's how that works, all right? So we have that. And I don't know how I got off on that tangent, but it's all good, right? So we talked about this, the revenue share system, all of this other stuff. The money wheel. I love the money wheel. This is a thing that can help people too. I'll let people know that they could have a possibility. You know, when somebody signs up, y'all know all the achievements that we have in here? Like, we have all the different achievements that people can achieve just by signing up. And I don't think we leverage that enough, right? So we can leverage that by going in and understanding the achievements. Now I've gotten down to um all these. Look at all these things that you get. These are just the regular achievements. When somebody opens an account, they get 50 ETK. They complete their profile data, they get 20 ETK. As a level 1 buyer, buy another property, you get 100 ETK. Receive profit from your asset balance the first time, you get 10 ETK. Spend the money wheel the first time, you get 50 ETK. You make 5 withdrawals from the asset balance, you get another 50 ETK. Log into your account for 5 consecutive days, you get 75 ETK. You unlock buyer level achievements, 5 buyer achievements, I'm sorry, 50 ETK. So these are different ways that people get ETK. You can leverage that. Somebody can literally come in and get some ETK and possibly win some extra money. When my wife came in and did it, when we got her signed up, right? Because she got additional ETK, right? Because when she signed, look, so think about it, guys. When she signed up as she did we did the Los Angeles Villa for her, right? So when we did the Los Angeles Villa, she automatically became buyer. She got agent level 2, right? Because we did the agent first, then we did the Los Angeles Villa. She became agent level 2. What did that do? That now she could get paid on level 1 and level 2. But also what that does is that she got 100 E tokens for becoming agent level 1, and she got 150 E tokens for becoming agent level 2, and she got a $30 cash bonus. So now she had 250 tokens, which actually ended up being more than that because she got 50 tokens for just opening the account, right? So she had over like 300 tokens. She spun the wheel 3 times. She won money off spinning the wheel, and she had $30 in cash that she had from a bonus. We gotta leverage this with people, man. These ETK, the ETK is powerful. I won $100 one day. I did it on Zoom, where I won $100 by spinning the wheel. As a matter of fact, since Zoom seems to be lucky for me, let me go and spin this wheel on Zoom. I think I got two chances. Let me spin this wheel one time. I won $1.50. Let me add that to my e-wallet. I'm gonna collect on that, and then I'm gonna spin it one more time because I get to spin this again. Let's see what we win. Right, so I'll wait till this accumulates some more. I won $3 and added it to my balance here, which is cool. I just won $3 of free money just because I had some ETK over there. And when I hit agent level 7, I'm gonna get 2,000 ETK and a $2,000 cash bonus. All right. So know where you are. Know the things that you can leverage here for your success, right? So we have this right here. Strategize with people on how they can get started. Share with them the things that that it takes to get started, right? So when somebody comes on and you're talking to them, one thing that I suggest is that, like I said, have that conversation with them, find out what their goals are, where they want to start. Hey, you know what? You tell them about the passive cash flow. Somebody, if you have that conversation with them, somebody that was going to start with 500 may start with 3,000 if you tell them the benefits of it. If you tell them all the benefits of it, right? Somebody just thinks, oh, I start with 3,000 and that means I'm gonna get $400 on average of passive income every month. That's true, but it positions you for success if you're gonna be a builder. If you're a builder, it's great that you come in with 3,000. Why? Because if you come in with 3,000, what it's gonna do is qualify you for agent level 2. So it's going to qualify you. Now you get paid on your level one and you get paid on your level two, but you're also going to get 100 e tokens plus another. You get 250 e tokens for doing that, and you're going to get a $30 cash bonus because you became that. So it's more than just $400 of passive income. So tell them all the benefits. You could have somebody literally go from 500 to a $3,000 purchase because of the additional benefits that they're going to get from this. Imagine if they started at this agent level two, now they're getting paid on their level ones and level twos. They refer people from the jump. That's automatically more money for them. So that's one of the things you want to talk to them about. So find out what their goals are, find out what they're going to do, and then provide resources for them. All right. Um, What are ETK tokens about and the benefits of them? All right, so there you go. ETK is what I was just explaining there. So ETK is the rewards token within our platform, which allows you to spin our money wheel. And as you achieve certain things, you earn ETK. One of the ways that you get ETK is through the agent level bonuses. So when you become agent level one, you get 100 ETK. When you become agent level two, it's 150. This goes up all the way up to 10,000 ETK once you become agent level 10. That's one way that you get ETK. The other way that you get ETK is through the achievements. Now, here's one thing I want to share with you guys here so that you know is that with achievements here, and some of you may know this, some of you may not. Do y'all know that there's two sections of achievements? How many people knew there was two sections of achievements? Drop a three in the chat. All right. Here's what I want you guys to get. There's buyer achievements and agent achievements. So if you're a buyer, buyers, they don't have to be agents. They're going to have their own achievements, right? And there's actually several different levels of achievement. It actually goes to 5 different levels. I'm currently on level 2 and I'm about to complete this, right? But that's level 2. See, what most people don't know is if I go through this, when I buy another as a level 2 buyer, when I buy another property, I get 500 ETK just for buying another property. I got 350 ETK just for four different real estate owning 4 different real estate properties. I got all of these different ETK rewards just for things that I was going to do anyway. So you never stop getting rewards from the ETK, right? So, but not only buyer, I get agent level. So here's the agent level ones. So when you are an agent, you help one new client sign up under your agent link, you get 25 ETK. You secure one property sale by inviting a client to purchase EST, you get 100 ETK. So think about this, guys. You get your first property sale, even if it's the person joining with $10. You got one new client, that's 25 ETK. They purchase a share of a property, that's 100 ETK. If you complete 2 sales in a day, so if you have 2 people who sign up for $10 shares of property in a day, you get another 100 ETK. Once you get 3 first level buyers to make their first real estate purchase, you get 125 ETK. Do you guys see how you can have ETK flowing through and you be making money from just spinning the wheel? You just spinning the wheel because you're getting all this ETK. So, like I said, I just want to explain that so you guys know that that works as well. All right. Yes, let's tell them about daily collect. That is good. And then we'll jump off. We've been on here for 2 hours, but hopefully this has been very insightful for you. So I want to tell you guys, once you go over to your rewards, when you're on the money wheel, you will see here, you claim your daily rewards. Just log in every day. So your day one, you log in, you get 1 ETK. Day two is 2 ETK. Day three, 3 ETK. Just go in and log in, guys, and claim your daily rewards. This on day 7, you get 10. This goes all the way in here. Just collect. Just go in. When you get to that level, hit collect whatever it is for that day. I already did my day 3. So tomorrow I'll come in around the same time, collect on my day 4. collect on my day 5, collect on my day 6, collect on all my stuff there, right? So that's how that works, guys. So you can actually go in and collect on all the things that you have there. So hopefully, like this makes you understand it a lot more. I got some important emails that are coming through here, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is powerful right here once you understand everything that you have access to. All right. So if this has been helpful for you today, can you guys drop a 777 in the chat for me? 777 in the chat. There you go. Awesome. Awesome. My goal is to make this very helpful for people. I know you guys have been on here with me for a while, but I want you guys to know that we do have another presentation coming up tonight at 9 p.m. All right, at 9 p.m. So the reason why I'm telling you guys about that is I want you guys to come back. We'll do a property giveaway. Um, we'll do a property giveaway tonight on that presentation. Boss Queen, get with me. I think I still got to get your person rewarded from yesterday, but make sure you send me their email address on on Facebook Messenger. Send me the email address, and I'll make sure we get that done. Right. So I still got to do that. Still got to do that. Now, oh, I got 1 minute. Let me tell you guys. Well, I don't have 1 minute, but I'm about to end this. Don't be afraid if you have the ability. I'm not telling everybody to do this. Don't be afraid to pay it forward. Right? Pay it forward to somebody else. If you really feel confident in that person, don't pay it forward to somebody that's negative, that's whatever, and you're trying to convince them. No, but pay it forward to people. Like you could actually take a $10 share in there, make it easy for them to get started. Pay it forward for them. Like, hey, look, I'm gonna get you started with your first $10 share of a property and make it happen. You can help somebody with that, right? And you can just transfer it straight from your balance, so the process is super easy, super seamless for them. And I'm telling you, there's things that happen on the back end that's benefits of being a blessing to somebody else because it returns to you in ways that you wouldn't even imagine, right? I'm telling you, it's powerful. There you go, sowing seeds. You definitely want to be sowing seeds. It's so important. All right. So guys, look in the chats, 9 p.m. tonight. We're going to be back on here and we'll be actually presentation mode 9 p.m. tonight. So want you guys to be in attendance. We're going to rock this thing out. We're going to expose more people to what we have our hands on right now and help even more people win. All right. So that's our presentation for today. That's the Agent Accelerator. I'm going to get this downloaded and then I'll get it posted so you guys can go back and look at the replay and all that stuff as well. All right. So once again, guys, you know I love and care about each and every one of you, and I definitely want to see all of you win. And until our presentation tonight, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal night, and we are out. You guys be blessed.